Hello everyone, my name is Nawal Fitriyana and here I want to tell you a story about Dr. John Dolittle. The title is also Dr. John Dolittle, and so let's get to the story. Once upon a time, many years ago, when our grandfathers were little children, there was a doctor named Dolittle, John Dolittle MD. And MD means that he was a proper doctor that knew a whole lot. He lived in a little town called Battleby on the Marsh. All the folks, young and old, knew him well by sight. And even whenever the doctor walked down the street in his high hat, everyone would say, "There goes the doctor, he's a clever man." And the dogs and the children would all run up and follow behind him through the town, and even the crowd that lived in a church tower would call and nod their heads. The house he lived in on the edge of the town was quite small, but his garden was very large and had a wide lawn and stone seats and weeping willow hanging over. His sister, Sarah Dolittle, was housekeeper for him. But the doctor looked after the garden himself. He was very fond of animals and kept many kinds of pets. Besides goldfish in the pond at the bottom of his garden, he had rabbits in the pantry, white mice in his piano, a squirrel in the linen closet, and a hedgehog in the cellar. And he had a cow with a calf too, an old lean horse, 25 years of age, and pigeons, and chickens, and 2 lambs, and many other animals. His sister, Sarah Dolittle, used to grumble about all these animals all the time, and she said, "Oh, they make the house untidy, John." And one day, when an old lady with rheumatism came to see the doctor, she sat on a hedgehog who was sleeping on the sofa, and never came to see the doctor anymore, but drove every Saturday all the way to Oxenford, another town 10 miles off, to see what? To see a different doctor, of course. Then Sarah Dolittle came to the doctor and said, "John, how can you expect patients to come and see you when you keep all these animals in the house? That's the fine doctor would have his parlor full of hedgehogs and mice. That's the 4th person these animals have driven away. Squire Jenkins and the parson said they wouldn't come near your house anymore, no matter how ill they are. Come on, John, we are getting poorer and poorer every day. If you go on like this, no one of the best people will have you for a doctor." "But Sarah, I like animals better than the best people," said the doctor. "You are ridiculous," said his sister, and walked out of the room. So as time went on, the doctor got more and more animals. But the people who came to see him got less and less, till at last he had no one left except the cat-meat man, who didn't mind any kind of animals. But the cat-meat man wasn't very rich, and he only got sick once a year at Christmas time, when he used to give 6 pence for a bottle of medicine. But the problem is, pence a year wasn't enough to live on even in those days long ago. If the doctor hadn't had money saved up in his money box, no one knows what would have happened. And he kept on getting more animals, and of course it cost a lot to feed them. And the money he had saved up grew littler and littler. Then the doctor sold his piano and let the wise mice live in a bureau drawer. But the money he got for that too began to go. So he sold his brown suit he wore on Sundays and went on becoming poor. And now, when the doctor walked down the street in his hard hat again, everyone would say to one another, "There goes the doctor, John Dolittle Andy. There was a time when he was the best known doctor in this West country, but look at him now. He doesn't have any money and his stockings are full of holes." And still, the dogs and the cats and the children would all still run up and follow him behind through the town, the same as they had done when he was rich. And I want to give you the moral value of the story. And the moral value of the story are, first, live on. Second, do what you want to do. And the last, be happy. Thank you, everyone.